Everybody, welcome back. Falcon, Dead State, episode number 2. If you guys haven't checked out episode number 1, I would encourage you to do so just so you get an overview on how the base management of the whole game works and a little bit of the morale system and the inner character interactions, etc, etc. And if you did enjoy it, I encourage you to go back and leave a thumbs up, leave a like. The support always means a lot. Same with this, especially for a new series, especially if we do end up making this a series. But, your support is indicative as to whether, this will run any longer than it is right now. We're going to be focused on today's going to be our first actual bit of combat. What we're doing right now is actually coming out right now to find items from the hardware store in order to fortify our fence back at the base. Otherwise, our fence is down right now, so zombies could just walk in there and be like, I'm a zombie, I like to eat people, let me bite Renee in the face. And I'm not sure why that zombie is actually talking or talking that way, but, that's besides the point. So either way, we're going to continue going forward right now. I'm pretty sure Joe's going to give us a little bit of flavor text here. The hardware store is right up ahead. We best be as quiet as we can, look quiet. It looks quiet, but there's no telling what is, who or what's still there. Alrighty, understood. Thank you, Joe. You are a beacon of our survival for sure. You giving us these helpful hints are going to definitely make us survive, that is for sure. This guy. There might be something over there. It's like, yeah, no shit, there might be something over there. You've already pretty much told me that. So this would be our first bit of combat here. How this works is that, Dead State kind of uses a fog of war type of system, and what that means is that enemies have to be in our line of sight for us to know that there's enemies there. So we can't just rush into anywhere and just expect to be safe, and we can't just be like zooming out and be like, oh, there's a zombie here, here, and here. It doesn't work that way. It has to be in your line of sight, otherwise you're not sure where a zombie might be, and that can be problematic for our long-term survival here. So luckily this zombie is in our line of sight. He hasn't noticed us. There's also a noise mechanic in the game, but I'm pretty sure the game will give us a little bit of tutorial that I will read off to you because they do a better job of explaining that. Right now what I'm trying to do is just get as close as possible to start combat. In order to start combat, you can just press the space bar at any time. So I'm going to hit space bar here, and we will read a few of these just so you guys get a better understanding in case you're not familiar with it and would like to learn a bit more. Combat in Dead State is turn-based, and everything depends on the movement of action points that you have. Currently tracked in a green field in the bottom center, which is down over here. AP are counted both for movement and attacks. While moving a single square always costs 1 AP. Different attacks cost different amount of AP, depending on the weapon, type of attack, and several other factors. Each weapon has alternate attacks or abilities accessed by right-clicking on the icons of the equipped weapon. To use an alternate attack, simply select one from that list, and the type of equipped weapon will change to reflect that. To switch from one-handed equipment to another, simply right-click the other weapon and select Set Active. While there is no AP cost for switching to a one-handed weapon, there is a penalty of 2 AP to switch to a two-handed one. Guns and other ranged weapons will occasionally need to be reloaded. Simply right-click on the weapon, then select Reload, and spend the AP to do so. Note that you will need to have appropriate ammo in one of your item slots for this to work. Healing in combat requires Medical Satchel to be equipped in an item slot, and at least one charge in the satchel. Any healing costs 4 AP. Characters healing themselves can do so freely, while characters healing others have to be right next to each other. A key factor of Dead State's combat is noise. Tracked in the upper left-hand corner, both humans and the undead are attracted to noise and a lot of it, such as the noisemaker or a gunfight. Tends to draw attention. Extremely loud or prolonged sounds will raise the noise meter and will begin to draw the attention of hostiles further and further away. If the noise meter gets too high, into the red, undead will even begin to appear and advance from outside the map to menace anyone unfortunate enough to get near them. The upper right shows the turn order, the cadence in which both allies and enemies attack. This shows the initiate order, which is influenced by character's perception. Turns can be skipped or ended before all AP have been spent by pressing the spacebar. In combat, a character can both suffer and inflict a number of statuses, each of which can then have either a short-term or long-term effect, and should appear next to the portrait of the character of the affected ally. Mouse over the icon to read about the consequence and how to help. A status effect or particular concern is infected, which means the character has become a carrier of the undead virus. When they die, they will soon rise as a walking corpse. If a character's health, their hit points, or HP listed below their portrait is depleted, they are listed as being knocked out, and will lose health every round until they are revived via medical item. If a character is not healed from the KO status, they will die. Please note, if the main character dies, it is game over, so be careful not to put them into situations where death is unavoidable. Combat will end when all enemies are either dead or not hostile and can be terminated by the player by pressing space bar. Alright, so I wanted to read that just so we kind of understood how it works here. So obviously if we die, game over, and then if we lose people, they do have a tendency of getting infected and, you know, things of that nature. So that's really interesting, and I like that whole aspect of it, because usually when people die, they just die, but having them actually come back as a zombie, one of our partners or, people, is really interesting. So right now, we're going to try to sneak up on this dude, and right now I have the wrench equipped, right? Okay, so we're going to sneak up. Let me go up 1, and let's see, I still have 9 AP left. We'll go 1 more. And blue will signify our range of attack, so that's the reason why I had to get it really close in order to get this attack off. And now we're just gonna attack this in the back of the head. We were able to hit. Let's see. And then over here it'll tell you the combat status. So you hit the dead looter for 34 points of damage, the armor absorbs 0 points, the armor resists 0 points because they have no armor. And we're gonna do another attack, and I'm pretty sure the THC means our chance to hit, and CS is our critical chance hit. So 1 more attack and boom, knocked it out completely. That looter makes one last grab at the air and then falls to the ground in a bloody heap. And once it's dead, you can loot it and see if it has any items. And for this one, for instance, had an arrow, so we'll grab that. Good. And each one of our characters also has their own item. So if you go to Renee here, for instance, and go into the inventory screen, she has a claw hammer. Yeah, I already know about this game. Yeah, thanks a lot. She has her own set of equipment over here that she does have, and we could, change that to our heart's content whenever we need to. And, same with Joe, he'll have his own setup over here. We don't want to use guns because, again, they will make noise, and, that's the last thing we want to do. Kind of like a last case scenario, obviously. Now, this is a hardware store that we need to go to, and I'm pretty sure that there's another store we could kind of check out over here. It's going to be a diner, so we could probably find some food there. There's a corpse over here. I'm not sure that's just a dead zombie or just a zombie that's, pretending to play dead. So we'll find out really soon. For now, we want to go in forward here. Now, mind you, let me switch over to Vato. Mind you, the Fog of War system does work indoors as well. So I can't just rush in here all willy-nilly about the whole thing, right? So right now what we need to do is actually find a bag and items for us to actually fix our fence. So there is a shelf over here that I could loot. This is going to be a locked door, unfortunately. There's another shelf over here, shelves over here, and here. So we want to go through those shelves and pick up everything that we can in order to fix our fence over here. But we can't just rush in here without, being too free about the whole thing, because we don't know what to expect. Especially, these shelves will also work as our Fog of War. So we need to kind of go around and make sure that everything is fine before we devote ourselves to one place. Oh, as you can see right there, we found a zombie already. And zombie came at us, unfortunately. Okay, what? Just go into combat. Don't attack me, bitch. Okay, so this is a really tough spot because now there is no way to get behind this zombie, and we are all crowded up right here. So this was a really terrible way to start this off, like really, really terrible. So how we're gonna do this real quickly here is who's first? Renee. Renee, you're gonna have to try to get as far away as possible for this turn, so you come and hang out all the way back over here. Who is next is gonna be Officer Joe. You come and hang out over here. Now, this zombie, I have a chance. It's already slightly wounded at the very least, but I think it's better that we retreat for now, because I don't want to fight this thing head on. So we do that. We have 1 AP left over here, and we'll do that. Alright, so zombie's gonna make its moves over to us. Hopefully it can't reach us, and if it does, it doesn't really hurt me. Don't do it, zombie man. Alright, so zombie wasted his turns trying to get to us. So now we're in a better position to fight it, especially because we have a side attack too with Vato over here. Now, and we could get to the side with Renee as well. So she has 9 AP total. Let us, oh, she has to go all the way around for that. That's fucking terrible. I thought I could just move to the left over here. That's really surprising. Alrighty, Joe. Joe's here, and... Is there a reason why? I can't just, I'm gonna waste all my turns just trying to position myself around here. So let me just get a few attacks in here. Luckily, we're able to hit. 17 points of damage, not too much, but it's something. And we don't have enough for another hit. So we're kind of in a tough spot right now. So it is going to be up to Vato Loco here to kind of finish this off for us. So Vato, let's do this. 23 points of damage. Badly wounded. Maybe one more should do it. Provided we actually hit. So that's going to be really bad. We missed that attack. Zombie's gonna definitely chomp down on us now. No questions asked. Joe? Just fight it, my friend. Oh, my lord. What happened to Joe? What is that? Like a downed attack or what? Female corpse hits Joe for 34 points of damage. The armor absorbs 0 points. Alright, so she's over here feasting on him. Let me try to get there as fast as possible because this actually worries me now. Okay. Go over here. Why can't you move to the left? I don't understand. Fuck, I'm like completely blocked over here with this chick. Alright, so let me just end her turn. So Joe was able to kick the zombie off on his turn now. There we go. So he's wounded. And he only has 4 AP, so he had to fight the zombie off. So let's see if we could kill it. Nope. Not enough, but Vato should be able to finish this off now, I would imagine. Boom. Dead. We can loot this corpse, and she has absolutely nothing of value for us. Let's end our turn. There we go. So now, in terms of Joe, he is wounded. It doesn't seem like he got infected or anything, though, so thankfully it did kind of work out in our favor. So let me go to Renee now. And how would I initiate the healing? Do I have to go into combat, maybe? I probably do, so let me go into combat, and we will. Yeah, Joe's wounded. Oh, we healed him, so he's up to 98 out of 100 now. Excellent, alrighty. And we'll end our turn now. So that'll heal him to a degree. Luckily, he didn't get infected, so, you know, we avoided that one. That was actually really terrifying, though. So again, that's to show you how small quarters like this can be a little bit troubling, especially if we're not seeing what's around us. So that's the reason why you always want to make sure that you are vigilant of your areas here, which is something that I was talking about but didn't actually preach, and that's what happened. So the shelf's gonna have what? Lantern, claw hammer, parts, screwdriver, and another pipe wrench. So let's take everything with us. Good. So we're fine over here. We'll continue moving. There's another shelf over here that we want to get involved with, I would imagine. Alrighty. Oh, nice. We got a hatchet, parts, and a machete. Nice. So we'll take all that as well. Now, there is a room over here. What did I just do? Oh, tab switches characters. Gotcha. Gotcha. I did that by mistake, and I kind of like that I did. And this over here, more parts, candles. We have another claw hammer and a screwdriver. So we'll grab all that as well. Now, something tells me there's a door right here. That's the restroom, huh? Let's find out what's going on over here really quickly. Oh, Zombie Man. Zombie Man inside of a room. So what Zombie Man's gonna do is actually just try to crowd us again, like what happened with that last zombie woman. And I obviously don't want that happening. So what is a good way to kind of get to this man without sustaining too much damage here is the real question. Let's see here. So I'm thinking we go into combat now. And I'm gonna move next to him and have enough for one attack. Bash this dude in the head. Nice. Now, that'll signify the end of my turn more than likely. I can move a bit, but let's just call that my turn. It's gonna be Renee's turn next, and she could go. Let's see. Move over here and get a shot off over here. We were able to hit 30 points of damage. That's actually pretty good, Renee. And he's already almost dead, so what I'm going to do with her is just end our turn then. And we'll have Joe just come over here and finish this off, I would hope. He doesn't have enough for an attack. God fucking damn it. That is seriously irritating. That was such a mistake. I should have really read that AP. Okay. Alright, the zombie's surrounded. He has the pick of the litter. Who's he going to go after? Joe. Joe should get bitten for that, honestly. He doesn't seem to be infected yet. By any sheer luck at all. So there he goes. Now this guy is dead. Let's loot his body. He's got some Marlboros or some cigarettes, I guess. Good. Grab those. Alrighty. That's going to be the end of our turn. Now we need to make sure that Joe's going to be fine. We'll heal him afterward if we have to, but so far we're fine. Let's check out this shelf right now. At least he's not infected. That is the upside. Let's grab all these items. Good. Is there any other shelves over here I could check out? Renee, are you covering any shelves? Doesn't seem like you are. And there's another big shelf over here. We'll check this out. And we can remember that everybody has their own weight that they're carrying, so we need to... Oh, sweet. We got the toolbox. This is kind of what we need over here, right? Require for constructing of certain upgrades of the shelter. Excellent. So this is exactly what we came in here for, and there's a crowbar as well. So let's grab all this stuff with Renee. Now we have that. Alrighty. Let's open up this door over here, unless it's locked. It is locked. Okay, so we can't open that up right now. Where would I find the key is the real question. No, don't close the door. Open that door up. So we've checked out that shelf, and this shelf. There's the bathroom over here. This bathroom kind of worries me. It leads me to believe that there might be something sketchy going on in here. Any zombies? Zombie. No zombie. And we can't really check this out. Alrighty. And this over here is also locked, so we can't get into that one either. I wonder if there's a way to kind of get a key off of something. Now, did my eyes deceive me, or was there another area to check out over here? No, not quite. Alrighty. So I think we're pretty much done over here, right? We've checked out everything we can check out? Good. So, let's actually start heading out over here. It's the zombie we killed earlier? Good. So before we leave, we're not going to leave until we actually check out the... Oh, good God almighty. I think we should leave now. I really think we should. Rotting female, slightly wounded, and slightly wounded. I really want to check this diner out, but not with all those zombies over here. Now, is there a way to kind of get in through the back door? It's locked though. Shit. Can I get in through a window? No. I mean, I would think that there's going to be some benefit into going in there, but is that really worth it right now, considering there's 3 zombies to deal with? I don't think so, man. But I'm going to try it out just because, you know, live dangerously.